welcome to Let's Talk on No Limit TV. My name is Krama. You're welcome to our midweek live show. So if you're tuning in for the very first time, or if you are a regular member of our program, you're a regular audience, welcome back. And if you're just tuning in or joining us for the very first time, you're welcome as well. This is our midweek live show where I get to talk about some of the trending issues and topic stories in the country, and this live show is divided into two segments. The first segment, I'll be talking about national news, news and stories that affect Nigeria as a whole, and then the second segment will be more about entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. All right, so I'll be going on a short break. When I come back, I'll be going straight into the stories. Welcome back to Let's Talk on No Limit TV. Like I said earlier, if you're this is our midweek show where I get to talk about some of the trending, happening stories and topics in the country, of course. So I'm going to be going straight into our first story for today. So today, the first thing I want to talk about is the fuel subsidy. I talked about it last week on the live show, so I'm just going to be giving you a few updates, as to where we are now. It's been 1 week and some days after the new administration announced that the provision for fuel subsidy is going to be ending by this June. So there are lots of reactions from, of course, Nigerians, and it's caused a hike in price, in fuel prices across different states across Nigeria. So I want to give you an update on where we are right now based on the fuel subsidy issue. So NNPC posted some materials online basically to further enlighten Nigerians, because lots of questions were being asked. Why is the subsidy being removed? What's going to happen now that the subsidy has been removed? And then lots of people were talking about the fact that after the announcement that was made by the president, that there was a hike in petrol prices. So lots of people wanted to know why were they selling this fuel? What was there a hike in the fuel price? Because basically they were selling old stock, So people had some of those questions and things to say. So I just want to give you an update. So some of the things that the NNPC posted on social media, you could check that out later, but I'm just going to give you a rundown of basically what they talked about. So they talked about the fact that the reason why they started selling petrol for 500 and something naira last week, immediately after the president gave that speech, it was because of apparently the federal government was owing NNPC about 2.something trillion naira, because the NNPC stated that as at last year, since last year actually, the federal government has not given them money, for first subsidy. They've been doing it on their own. So that is the reason why they had to sell for a very high price with the old stock that they have, so that they will be able to recover their money. Now, another thing that was put out for public knowledge was the fact that based on the law right now and everything that's happened, NNPC will not be the only sellers or suppliers of fuel now. Actually, there's like a law now that's minus, no one person can own more than 30% of the market. So that means not only NNPC is going to be supplying fuel as well, other Nigerians and other organizations are going to be in the process as well. And about if the fuel prices are eventually going to be coming down, NNPC has said the prices might likely come down, because now there are different people supplying. Every supplier, every marketer would know how he or she would want to sell his or her product, right? So there's a high chance that the fuel price is going to reduce. So we are hopefully looking forward to that, hopefully, right? Because a lot of things have happened as a result of this hike in petrol price, foodstuffs, transportation, a lot of things have increased based on what is happening now. So for the NNPC to bring out these materials, these like information to the public so that we know what is happening. So I think I'm really happy, and I'm really glad that they were able to tell us some of these things, because we needed to hear it at some point. I mean, Nigerians were already being very skeptical, very angry, and lots of all those emotions that comes with when something out of the blue just happens. Something that you did not plan for, it just happens. So, but NNPC has assured us that because we are going to be producing our fuel now, there's going to be enough petrol for everybody. There's going to be enough petrol, and there's also going to be a decrease in the price as the time goes. So we should look forward to all of these things. And if you want more information about this, of course, you could check out NNPC official sites online and social media to get more information. So before I continue, I'll be going on another short break. When I come back, I'll be continuing the stories. Guys, welcome back to Let's Talk on No Limit TV. Before I went on that short break, I was talking about the current happenings in the country, like the new information that we have now concerning the fuel subsidy. That has been a very important matter on the ground. So I actually think that, first of all, we should be happy that the fuel subsidy is gone, as much as it's not really something that you become happy, because imagine getting fuel for 200 something, 180 something naira, and then all of a sudden you now have to buy fuel for like 500 and something. So I think we all know that fuel subsidy had to go. It actually had to go. So now that it's going to be gone and we can start producing, in Nigeria, I think let's just give some time to see how, let everything just settle, let's see how everything's going to be. And besides that, I need to also let you know that the price of diesel has actually come down. Gas is lower than what we bought for like 2 weeks ago. So that's on one positive thing that has happened in this whole hike in fuel prices. At least some things are coming down. But let me know what's happening in your area. Is how much are you getting petrol in your area? How much is the gas? Are you filling your gas in your area? Let me know. This is an interactive live show. It's not just about me talking. You, the audience, can comment and give your thoughts and suggestions and contributions to the stories that I'm talking about. All right, so feel free to comment, feel free to share your thoughts. Okay, I'm going to be reading some of the comments, of course, and replying to the few that I can be able to reply to. All right, so this minimum wage is another issue that has associated the fuel subsidy, because people are saying, okay, if people are going to be buying things now in a high price, because automatically, since the fuel has gone high, transportation, to affect food and to affect other parts of the economy of the country. So it is only right for minimum wage to be reviewed. And the president, our current president, has said that he was going to check out, review the minimum wage for Nigerians. So possibly there might be, I should not say might, there's definitely going to be an increase of, normally our minimum wage right now is 30,000 naira, but they are looking to see how they can be able to increase that amount. And Edo State they are actually implementing already, because the Edo State government, they have increased their minimum wage to 40,000 naira, and they also, because of the whole cost of transportation right now, the Edo State government has given a new work schedule, you work for 3 days in the office and you work 2 days at home. So it's really a very nice, it's a laudable movement, development. Is actually very, it rhymes with the time. Do you understand? At least, okay, these workers that have had to pay transport every day for 5 days, if they have to pay for just 3 days and then walk home from the next 2 days, I think it's really nice. I think more states should try to enforce things like this, so that at least less work days, work from your house, anyhow they're going to arrange that. And of course, the minimum wage issue has to be revisited. It is very, very important. But I would like to know, just tell me, what do you think it should be the appropriate minimum wage, that should be the minimum wage in Nigeria? What amount? Some people are saying they should increase minimum wage to 200,000 naira. But what do you think? Is 200,000 naira too much? Is 200,000 naira okay? Or if you have a figure, what figure do you think we should be going to from this 30,000? Normally, 30,000 naira it's kind of small, because you have to eat, you have to transport yourself, you have to wear clothes, and then if you have a family, you have to take care of family, you have to pay different bills. So 30,000 naira is definitely poor. But let me know what you think is the appropriate amount. If it was up to you, how much would minimum wage be in Nigeria? So I'm going to be moving on to another controversial issue that has happened in this past week. So we all know about Nigerian Air. It was a project. I don't know if I would call it a project. It was supposed to be a project, right? Because it was unveiled. There was press people were carrying it. There were pictures. There was a celebration of some sort. But we're just getting to find out that actually the whole thing was almost like a sham. It was it was not the real deal, because we were thinking that, okay, Nigeria will finally have Nigerian Air, because we used to have Nigerian Airways, that we used to have one Nigerian Airways then, I think between all those late 90s, 1990 something, and to, I think it crumbled sometime in the 2000s, and then this is the second time. I think this was supposed to be an attempt, to the Nigerian Air thing, but obviously, apparently it was a sham, because there's nothing like Nigerian Air. The plane that was pictured, that the pictures were seen everywhere. Apparently, the plane belonged to Ethiopian Airlines. So there was like a collaboration between the Ethiopian Airlines and the people in charge, the people they wanted to do this whole Nigerian Air, because the federal government and even the House of Reps and other bodies are saying they were not aware of it. There's even a statement that a court actually objected to something like that. So it's been a lot of controversy. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's really very funny and very surprising. Like, why would you hire a plane and paint it white and write Nigerian Air on it and bring it out to the public, trying to make people feel like, okay, this is the Nigerian Air, they flew from where to Nigeria, all of the press and all of the publicity that was brought to this Nigerian Air thing, for it turning out to be a sham. And actually it was a launching of the project, but it was not actually a launching, because there's no project to be launched. So it's just like you want to do like a hypothesis. Do you understand? Like, you want to do something, so you just carry somebody's plane and paint it and write Nigerian Air. Like, it's like a vision of what they want to do. So it turned out to be a sham. Really disappointing, very really disappointing, because once again, like, why? I mean, lots of money were already invested into this whole Nigerian Air sham, and then we're finding out now that there's nothing like that. The plane is not even their own. So I don't really know what exactly those people from the past administration, the last Minister of Aviation, I don't know what was the motivation for this, but really, it's not making any sense. Let me know what you think. I beg. This Nigerian Air of a thing. If we're looking back at the history, is there? Can we even do this thing again? Because for you to have, like, for the dream to be successful and to come full time, you need about $250 million to actually carry out that kind of project. So it's not like Nigeria can afford it if they want, right? But we have to go through the right ways and do the right thing, not just come and bring a sham, like picture Nigerian Air. But it was really fun. A lot of social media was going crazy about it, of course. Nigerians are talking about it, so like different people were talking about it, and the House of Reps, and some reputable bodies have come out to say that it is actually a fraud. They've actually confirmed it, so it's not just mere speculations and everything, So it was really very disappointing, and it was one of the trending news. So I thought to talk about it today. Very important. Do not forget, like I said earlier, this is an interactive live program. Please drop your comments, drop your thoughts, drop your contribution. Even though you disagree with what I'm saying, drop it. Feel free. Let's talk. All right. I'll be going on another short break. When I come back, I'll be moving on to the next segment. Welcome back to Let's Talk on No Limit TV. My name is Krama. I'm super excited to be here today. So if you're tuning in for the very first time, or if you're just joining us, do not forget that this is our midweek live show where I get to talk about some of the trending stories and happenings in the country. It doesn't have to be negative all the time. Positive, negative, neutral. I'll talk about it here on Let's Talk. And also, do not forget that you can be part of this live show, by dropping your comments, your contribution, your suggestions, and your thoughts about some of the stories that I will be talking about. Okay, so we're moving into the next segment, which is the entertainment segment. So first off, I'm going to start with the Grammys. So we all know that the Big Thames, she won a Grammy with Drake and Future. She was featured on that Wait For You song, so which in her first Grammy. So she finally received her Grammy plaque, like the award was sent finally, with her name and everything on it. So, social media, the music fans and everything, there's so much banter, Thames has a Grammy now, Burna Boy also has a Grammy, Wizkid also has a Grammy, people were just talking, and some people were saying the fact that Thames and Wizkid's Grammy, like they're different because they won it by, you know, like feature. You can't compare it to Burna Boy who won like the Grammy with an album, you know. So people were there was lots of banter and basketballs from the fan bill and all that, you know. But personally, I think, well, whether she won it or whether Thames or Wizkid won it by true features, it doesn't really matter right now, right? Like, because they have the Grammy. Yeah, they have the Grammy. So kudos, of course, to our Nigerian musicians. You know, they are doing extremely very, very well. You know, there were times when the Grammys were still something that was so big, like most Nigerian people wanted. That's like the heights of it. And then, I mean, we already have like 3 Grammy winners now. We also have Miss Yemi Alade and Tiwa have a Grammy certificate, you know, but they don't have a Grammy award. But I mean, right now we're just seeing that the Grammy is like, it's not so much of a big deal, like something that's a dream, you know, because our artists are fulfilling the dreams. Every day, you know, they're breaking new boundaries and fulfilling the dreams. And talking about breaking new boundaries, Burna Boy, of course, just made another history. You know, last week I was talking about when he performed at the 40,000 capacity stadium in Paris. And, you know, Otogo has done it again. He performed in London. He performed at 80,000 capacity stadium in London. He's the first African artist ever to sell out like a London stadium. 80,000 people is not choice. That's a lot of people to drag, like people that want to see you. So it's really a great wall, you know. He keeps breaking like records and records and records and records and records. So I'm really excited. I feel like the music business is really paying off for our Nigerian artists, and I'm really, really happy that, you know, instead of everything and where they are right now, they still rep the country, right? They still rep Africa, they still rep Nigeria, they still rep their roots. So that is a very, 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 very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. It's beautiful now, don't you think? Come on, 80,000 is not a joke. Some foreign artists can't even sell tickets. Like, talk more of 80,000 tickets. So people are finding it difficult to fill out 20K capacity arenas and all that, and somebody is bringing us 80,000 people. That's wonderful. That's extremely beautiful. So something beautiful happened this past week, of course. This week, you know, Arsenal's players, Saka, Bukola Saka. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but he was in Nigeria. I think he's still in Nigeria. I don't know if he's out in Nigeria yet, but he was in Nigeria, and there are lots of pictures online. You know, he visited Lagos, and some people were saying, why did he go to the ghetto part of Lagos? You know, and I don't really see any problem, because somebody was saying on Twitter that why is it that when all these foreign people they come to Nigeria or Lagos, like they want to go to the ghetto parts, you know. Is it the representation? And I mean, are you worried about representation? Isn't it in Lagos that he is? Is he in another country claiming to be in Lagos? He's in Lagos. The fact that you have the Banana Islands and the Lekki and everything doesn't mean you don't have this part. So you don't know if he has really. He wants to connect with his people on the streets now. Yeah? So I don't think there's anything wrong. You know, he can take pictures wherever he wants to take pictures. And of course, there were also other pictures of him and the Lagos State Governor. You know, where he was signing on a jersey, obviously. That jersey was for the governor, of course. So he really had a great time, you know. He was in Nigeria. He was also in Kwara State as well to see his grandparents. And something I noticed there, you know, these pictures that you see, Saka does not, like, there's no difference. He looks like every other Nigerian. Like, he's like, he has been here since. You don't even think that he's just coming to visit. It's like he looks like the average Nigerian guy, you know. But it was a beautiful news for football, you know, especially Arsenal fans, Saka fans in Nigeria. You know, it was really, really nice. It was beautiful, you know. Welcome to Nigeria. You know, one thing about Nigeria is that I think Nigeria, we are actually very welcoming people, you know. We're actually very welcoming people. We know how to welcome people. We know how to relate to people, to make people like feel free and happy, you know, to carry people along, you know, especially some of these public figures, that come from outside the country. Like, check every of them that have come to Nigeria. It's always positive reception because in spite of all the drama and everything that's happening in Nigeria, last, we are actually good people. We are actually good people. So, still talking about football news, the Super Eagles players have been doing extremely well, like extremely wonderful. Like, Victor Osimhen was named the Serie A striker of the season. Yep, Iheanacho and Alex Iwobi were also named player of the season in their respective clubs. So it's really like good news everywhere. The music they're rapping, the football they're rapping, everything is rapping. Like, everybody's rapping fine. Everything is just going on fine. And last but not the least, of course, I have to talk about our Flying Eagles, who were a part of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup that it's currently going on right now. So they were part of the teams that qualified, and they actually tried. They fought hard, until they got knocked out during the quarterfinals by South Korea. But I was really, really looking forward to seeing them play, like the finals. But it didn't happen. But they got to the quarterfinals, and there was actually a good performance, and a lot of people were commenting, about that they were actually good, although it's really sad that they were not able to make it to the finals, but it's okay. They have the next one to prepare for, and hopefully the next one they'll be doing extremely well and getting there, to the finals and maybe giving us the Under-20 World Cup. But anyways, all that we are going to see as the years roll by. All right, so once again, thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Without you, the audience, I wouldn't be here. I mean, who would I be talking to if not you guys? So thank you so much for always tuning in, keeping the date with us. I really appreciate it. We appreciate it as a brand. We appreciate it so much. And do not forget that, of course, you can be part of this live program. If you have a business, you have a brand, you have something that you do that you want to bring your business or your brand or yourself, to a larger audience, to publicize yourself more. No Limits is definitely the brand for you. Let's Talk is definitely where you're going to get access to people from not just Nigeria, but even outside Nigeria, because we have followers and people that tune in from different parts of the world as well. So if you have a brand, you're a pastor, you're a politician, you're a baker, you bake, you're a caterer, you're a dancer, whatever it is you do, this is definitely the platform for you, So give us a call or chat us up on our social media handle. So if you want to chat us up on social media, on Facebook, our Facebook page, No Limit TV. This is where you're watching me from right now. This is our Facebook page, No Limit TV. So if you're not following us yet, please do well to follow. We also have another account on Facebook, our No Limits account. The name is No Limit. It's on Facebook as well. We're on Instagram at No Limit TV _Naija. So the Naija is 9 and JE. So No Limit TV _Naija. On YouTube is No Limit TV. So do well to reach out to us. Of course, go through our content. We have lots of beautiful content for you on our page, all our pages. So do well to just go through them, watch, leave your comments, leave your likes, and of course, don't be scared to share. Share it so your friends, your family, and more people can see the content. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for being here with me today. I've really had an amazing time. I hope you had an amazing time too. I'll be here same time next week. For Let's Talk, of course. It's going to be another episode of more trending and beautiful stories, and of course lots of controversial gist as well. All right, so look forward to seeing me on your screens next week Wednesday. All right, so next time, my name is Krama. Before I sign out, I would like to say a big thank you to the guys behind the camera. They're always here working hard, making sure everything is going smoothly. So shout out to the guys behind the camera, and of course shout out to our boss, Mr. Kingsley Anu, and of course shout out to you guys for always tuning in and watching, leaving your comments and sharing. So thank you so much. Till next time, my name is Krama. Bye.